hard-hitting new insurance interview series with a different executive each time. I'm Larry Joannis of AmWins, and this is our first episode, and it's the great honor of our guest from Coaction, the head of Professional Lines Underwriting, Mr. Paul Schiavone. Wait, Raul, is that a typo? It's Paul, right?
Larry, you've known me for 30 years.
It takes me usually about 32 to 35 years to remember someone's first name. Sorry about that.
Larry, does AmWins know you're doing this?
Not yet. Let's keep that between ourselves. Let's start out with a very basic question. Why Coaction, Paul? Why should brokers out there do business with Coaction?
Thank you, Larry. I think there's two good reasons. One, underwriting expertise, claims expertise. Myself, 30 years in the financial lines industry. Anton Laranko, who runs our financial institutions group, 25
Did
plus
he ever
years.
go by Raul?
I don't believe Raul. He is Russian, though.
Okay, sorry.
Tanya Torno, who runs our internal claims group, 30 plus years in the industry. Connor Lyons, who runs our not-for-profit and private company, 15 plus years. And our newest hire, Warren Potzing, who's running our E&O group up from Chicago, 15 years plus. The reason why this is important, it allows us to be creative. It allows us to be flexible, to look at accounts that may be a little bit more challenging, come up with good responses that make sense for the broker and the customer. The second part is service. We are a wholesale-focused organization. In fact, our E&O group is wholesale exclusive, which means service, service, service. Getting responses out within an hour, within 2 hours. Being flexible, being creative, all very important for our distribution partners as well as our customers.
Wow, that's great stuff there. Let me ask you this question, having known you for so long. Your name's Paul, you're an actor, you're Italian. Yeah. Are you related to or are you Paul Giamatti?
I am not related and I am not Paul Giamatti. I can see with having such an uncommon name as Paul, you can get confused. I will say that the similarity that I do have to Paul Giamatti is that we both dislike Merlot.
Okay, little shot at Merlot there. Paul, talk a little bit about the landscape for a private company, a nonprofit, a very desirable product line for a lot of carriers these days, a lot of competition. What are you seeing?
Well, 70 plus carriers that want to do private nonprofit D&O. It is highly competitive. If you're going to stand out, you must do things a little differently. And again, falling back on our expertise, Connor Lyons is an expert in both healthcare, universities. Now, our risk appetite is very, very broad. But when we look at universities, we're very, very good in that space. It's a challenging space. We also provide educators legal liability, which is like an E&O covered. And again, Connor's excellent in that, so we're able to do that. Very few carriers can. When it comes to healthcare, we're looking at hospitals. We're looking at elderly care. These are tough risks,
right?
But we're comfortable with it. We can do it. And I think that puts us apart from the many, many other carriers that are out there doing it.
Well, there's no doubt Coaction is innovative. I believe you're the only carrier in the market with a / in your name, /action. Now, two questions. Do you pronounce the / or say /action, or do you ignore it? And second, is that supposed to be like a karate chop to the competition? Coaction will chop you off.
We do not pronounce it, but it is intended to be a karate chop.
Okay, good. That's a good piece of radio. You don't get that on other podcasts, only here at LG's Between Two Insurance Ferns. And Paul, did you ever own a pony by any chance?
No, I have never owned a pony. However, I do bet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Second best thing.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up here. Tell us a little bit about general risk appetite of Coaction and any other final thoughts on why Coaction.
Sure. General appetite, look, we have a very broad appetite. There's only two things actually we don't look at, which is cannabis and crypto. But I think the best way to look at Coaction is we are the carrier that will be looking for accounts that have a story, that are a little bit more challenging. That's where we will differentiate ourselves. That's where our underwriting acumen will come into place. And we hope that will stand us apart from the rest of the pack.
Very interesting. And it sounds like a good business model. By the way, I noticed you said you don't look at cannabis. You didn't say you don't smoke it. You don't have to comment on that. Now, Paul, I believe our viewers get 3 CE credits for watching this episode. Is that correct?
No, I think they actually lose 3 CE credits. You'll have to mail that back in, particularly if you've actually watched the whole episode.
Sorry about that, folks, but appreciate you tuning in. And don't forget a special offer. Next time you deal with Coaction, when you're dealing with your underwriter, drop the name Raul and you'll get VIP treatment. Right, Paul?
No, that is not correct.
Not correct either. Okay. Sorry, folks. See you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in.